compris. Allez, zou là, allez, ça dégage.
Miaou.
Miaou. Ah, pardon. Ma Switch, elle m'a fait chier. Attends, elle va mieux. Chaos. Je laisse l'opening. Hein. Allez. Oui.
Beloved place, silver shines, the world dines, a smile on each face. As joy surrounds, comfort abounds, and I can feel them breaking free. For just this moment lost in time, I am finally me. Yet still I hide behind this mask that I have become. My blackened heart, scorched by flames, a force I can't run from. I look to you like a red rose, seeking the sun, no matter where it goes. I long to stay where the light dwells, to guard against the cold that I know so well.
Tais-toi. Du coup, tout va bien. Le son, ça devrait aller. Non, non, non! J'ai vu la cinématique, tais-toi. Est-ce que le problème... Je vais régler... Attendez. Je vais régler le son. Ah, mais oui, c'est vrai, je l'avais fini une fois, du coup j'ai les bonus. Ah, c'est vrai. J'avais épousé qui? Attends, qui j'ai épousé? Oh, j'ai pas épousé Claude? Oh, j'ai épousé Hubert? Mais non. Ouais, j'avais épousé Delgarde direct, ouais, ok. J'ai épousé H. Raphaël, j'ai épousé Ignace. J'ai épousé Gilbert et Aloïs. J'ai pas épousé Cyril, mais c'est trop bizarre. Oh, j'ai épousé Yuri. Non, c'est vrai que Yuri, il est trop beau. Alors Yuri, c'est le plus beau. Vraiment. Normalement, oui, je les ai. Bah, je les ai si Cyril, Cyril, si Yuri s'affiche, c'est bon. Mais du coup, je vais bien réfléchir à mon husbando là. Hein. Je sais pas qui épouser. Ou ma waifu. Va falloir que je réfléchisse bien. On réfléchit. Bref, allez, c'est parti. Ah oui, merde. Euh, Attends. Non, attends. Ah oui, oui, je vois. Oui, non, on va pas faire ça. Non, 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 on va... Il y a pas facile. Bon, il y a normal. Bon. Non, non, je vais pas faire New Game Plus parce que... sinon, tout ce que j'avais gagné dans ma précédente partie, je le récupère. Donc, ça, c'est vraiment le mode facile à fond, mais débutant. Les unités perdues reviennent. Les unités perdues le sont... Ah non, non, elles reviennent. Non, non, c'est bon, j'en ai marre. Non. C'est bon. J'ai assez donné. Bah oui, bien sûr, bah oui. Alors... Ah, surtout que l'histoire, elle est trop bien. Je m'en rappelle encore.
Tell me, Nemesis, do you recall the Red Canyon? You'll die. 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 You took everything that I loved. He's gone now, Mother.
Je suis quand même deg parce qu'on est passé de ça à Fire Emblem Engage. Ça fait mal, hein. On s'attendait à, à un Freehouse 2, mais non. Bon. Ah, il va être content en Écosse, on a Loli millénaire. C'est bon, Écosse, tu peux rester, on est sauf.
Oh my. What could have
Chut,
brought
chut,
you
dis
here?
donc, chut. Eh, j'appelle Ginji, hein. J'appelle Ginji.
I wonder
Je
why
l'appelle
you
là.
came in here.
Je prends mon téléphone. Je le prends. Maintenant. C'est bon, il a arrêté. Il a vu le téléphone, il a dit ah, elle va vraiment appeler Ginji. Ah bah non alors. J'aime beaucoup aussi les designs dans ce jeu, j'aime bien. Bon bah c'est parti.
It is most rude to interrupt a moment of repose. Very rude indeed. Now come to me. I wish to have a look at you. I have not seen the likes of you before. Who are you anyway? I see. Then you must have a name of sorts. Go on.
Nausichou. Non, je vais pas m'appeler comme ça, mon Nausi. Oui.
I shall not ever grow accustomed to the sound of human names.
Ta gueule.
You must possess a day of birth as well.
Mais vas-y,
That means
Kinji.
which moon and on what day were you born to this world?
Moi, je vais prendre la route. Bah, tu sais très bien quelle route je vais choisir, mais t'en as deux, t'en as trois autres que tu peux prendre si tu veux, donc tu peux te faire plaisir. Je vais dire le 7. Ah bah non, c'était le 8. Le 8, 7. Les plus verdoyantes. C'est ça, hein? Ouais, c'est bon. Ouais.
Well, wonders never cease. It seems we share our day of birth. How strange.
Oui, c'est ça, Genji. Complètement différente, vraiment.
It all feels so familiar. I think it may be time for you to
Et même si tu prends la même route que moi, tu peux avoir des choses différentes en fonction des personnages que tu vas recruter et tout, donc franchement, t'as de quoi faire. J'ai passé des heures sur ce jeu. Des jours même.
Hey, time to wake up.
Bah non, bah vas-y, non,
You
Kinji,
having that
vas-y.
dream again?
Comme ça, on verra ce que tu choisis. J'ai rêvé d'une fille.
You've described her to me before. I don't think I've ever met anyone like that. In any case, just put that out of your mind for now. The battlefield is no place for idle thoughts. Risking your life is part of the job for mercenaries like us. Letting your mind wander is a sure way to get yourself killed. Okay, time to get moving. Our next job is in the kingdom. I told you before, it's far from here, so we'll need to leave at dawn. Oh, good grief. Everyone is already waiting for us outside.
Gerald, sir, sorry to barge in, but your presence is needed.
What's happened?
Please forgive our intrusion. We wouldn't bother you with a
La
situation
tête, Dimitri, on
not
s'en tape.
What do a bunch of kids like you want at this hour?
We're being pursued by a group of bandits. I can only hope that you will be so kind as to lend your support.
Bandits? Here?
It's true. They attacked us while we were at
Elle
rest
est
in our
belle.
camp.
We've been separated from our companions and we're outnumbered. They're after our lives, not to mention our gold.
I'm impressed you're staying so calm considering the situation. Wait, that uniform.
Bandits spotted just outside the village.
Non mais moi aussi je l'aime bien Flortio, t'inquiète.
There are a
Hein.
lot of them.
I guess they followed
C'est juste
you
qu'il
all the way
devient...
here.
J'aime pas son
We can't
design
abandon this village now.
après.
Come on, let's move.
Je suis pas
Hope
trop
you're
fan.
ready.
Là j'ai pas dit, j'ai dit il va changer comme tout le monde. Il y a la date? Vous avez rien vu! Attends, je me mets là. Ah, ils sont tous charmants, hein. Ça, on peut pas leur enlever.
let's take care of those thieves before they take down the
Oui,
enemy.
c'est bon, je connais. Ouais. Surtout que là, du coup... Attendez. Oui.
Ready and willing.
On va augmenter la relation avec... Ah, tu peux... Oh, wow.
Stay focused. That is that. I will prevail.
Ah, la musique.
I'll cook through.
Elle me rend nostalgique.
We'll advance while protecting ourselves from...
Oui, il y a la forêt qui me protège.
It's because of you guys that I'm not dead right now. Thanks for that. I didn't expect to run into mercenaries like you in some remote village. The gods of fortune must be smiling on me.
Ouh. Après, je vais être honnête avec vous. Je vais faire une route, mais je pense faire une deuxième juste pour pouvoir épouser
You have a strange
Edelgard.
aura about you. You say you're a mercenary, so show me
Ma
what you can do.
chérie. C'est ma chérie, elle. Hein. Bon, Dimitri, par contre, bon. On va dire qu'il est sympa. Ouais, Dimitri, ouais.
Yes.
Oui, je me cache dans les buissons. Ouais, je peux passer, c'est cool. Oh, je peux passer. Oh, ça fait du bien. Ah, ça fait du bien. Ah. La vache. Parce que ça, on pouvait pas sur
Sorry,
Wii. Hein.
but victory is mine.
C'était la merde. Là, au moins, on peut, ça change.
Now you know your limits.
Mieux que le sexe. Non mais fais pas attention Uriel, il aime bien cette vanne là et ça le fait rire.
Attack when an ally is near...
C'est un bébé, un Bella.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
Ah, il y a la bosse. Allez, venez les marchands. Allez hop. Mais oui, j'ai compris. Je suis pas bête. Celui-là, ça sert un peu à rien de monter les trois parce que de toute façon, on va devoir choisir l'une des trois maisons. Donc, je vais juste monter Claude.
I'm gonna kill you where you stand. Hey, you with the blade. Yeah!
quand même protéger. Et Claude, bah Claude il reste dans son coin. J'ai hâte de faire toutes mes danseuses. Oh là là.
Honestly, what are you accomplishing with that little stunt? It's like you're trying to get me killed, you fool. Well, it's fine. After all, if you don't know the value of your own life, you're not going to protect it very well, are you? Course not. Well then, I guess it's up to me to guide you from now on, right? You can call me Sothis, but I'm also known as the Beginning. Sothis. Yes, that is it. My name is Sothis. And I am also called the Beginning. But who once called me that? I was not able to recall my name until just now. And just like that, it came to me. How odd. That look upon your face. Did you think me a child? A mere child who forgot her own name? Phooey! That child just saved your life. And what does that make you?
Est-ce que je fais mon dépressif ou pas? Je suis moins qu'une enfant. Non, je vais faire ça. Non.
Such arrogance. You look the part, but are you truly an adult? You threw yourself before an axe to save just one young girl. Yet all is well, as I have stalled the flow of time for now. You would have died had I not intervened.
Merci.
There now. Is gratitude so much to ask? I did deem you worth saving after all. Though it is only momentary, time has stopped. However did I manage that? When time begins again, the axe will tear into your flesh and you will surely meet your end. How rude of you to drag me into this.
Je peux épouser ma sœur.
Now what to do?
Je peux ça. Mais c'est pas... Comment dire? C'est pas vraiment ma sœur. Quoique si, mais... Ah, vous comprendrez.
Of course. I must turn back the hands of time. Yes, I do believe it can be done. You really are quite troublesome. I cannot wind back time too
Bibélaf, s'il te
far,
plaît.
but
Tu peux
all
pas
is well.
t'intéresser à l'histoire
You
avant
are
de
aware
penser
of
aux
what's to come, which
fiançailles.
means you can protect yourself this time.
Belaf. Bah alors.
Now go. Yes, you who bears the flames within. Drift through the flow of time to find the answers that you seek.
Furio. Furio, regarde. Furio, bah alors. Furio. Mais qu'est-ce que c'est Furio comme jeu?
Hey, over here!
Huh?
Hey, did you just...
The Knights of
C'est
Seros
Zelda
are here.
avec
We'll
Nausichou.
cut you down for terrorizing our students. Hey, the thieves are running away. Go after them. The students seem to be unharmed. And who's this?
Why him?
Oui, oui, ça bug quand tu me regardes, mais quand tu regardes d'autres streamers, ça bug jamais, hein. Un Furio.
Captain Gerald? It is you. Goodness, it's been
Mais laisse-le,
ages.
Nécos.
Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man. Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway.
J'arrive pas à croire que...
It
Pourquoi
must
j'ai
have
voulu
been
l'épouser,
20
lui?
years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
You haven't changed a bit, Alois. Just
Bah
as
non.
loud as ever. And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not
J'avais
your
vraiment pas de
captain
goût à
anymore.
l'époque, hein.
These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary.
Bah
One
j'avais
who
pas
has
de
work
goût.
to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right. Goodbye, Captain. Wait, that isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Garrig Mock Monastery. I suppose this was an...
Oh, j'ai joué il y a longtemps.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child?
Je veux dire, non, je le connais pas. Ah merde, dis même moi, papa. Merde. Oh, mais c'était une blague, oh là là.
You will join me, won't you? What's troubling you, Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Seros.
The Knights of Seros. They do seem rather skilled.
Non, tu peux pas sortir avec, voilà.
Ah, it seems your
Mais parce que t'as pas le
presence
temps.
is required. Get going.
C'est tout. Je pense. Quoi? Non, mais moi je le ferai pas.
I appreciate your help back there. Your skill is beyond question. You're clearly an experienced mercenary. And your father, that would be Gerald, the Bladebreaker? Former captain of the Knights of Seros. Oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything?
Bah. Voilà un fan de. Fire Emblem, Earpop. Ouais, je savais pas qu'il était capitaine.
How curious. I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating
Merci.
indeed.
Hey, you are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers' Academy at Garrig Mock Monastery. We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out.
Bah oui,
if
la blague
these
c'est parce
two
que
hadn't
sur la
followed
jaquette,
me and
Claude
ruined
il est à l'envers.
everything. Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after
Oh
us.
là là, faut tout
Utterly
apprendre, Bella.
ridiculous.
Bah oui.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself.
Et là je
if you
laisse
look
en
for
anglais,
deceit
hein, je mets
behind
pas
every
en
word and
japonais,
fail
ça
to trust
ferait...
those whom you rely on.
Ça sonnerait bizarre.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses.
La
I wonder
VO,
how being
l'anglais... Non, non,
completely
non,
predictable
non.
affects
Non,
one's
non, non,
ability to
c'est-
wield power. Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness
Ah!
a condition of some sort?
David, you
In
are
any case,
English,
forgive
sorry.
our digression. I must speak with
Welcome.
you if you can spare a moment. The way you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of
Non.
the situation. showed me I still
Non,
have
je vais
much
pas
to
mettre les
learn.
voix Jap parce que les
Your
filles,
skill is
elles ont des voix
precisely why
aiguës
I
mais
must ask you to
insupportables.
consider lending your services to the
Il y en a
Empire.
une, je peux pas.
I might as well tell you now.
Elle
I
me
am
fait
now
mal
your
au tapant.
student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's.
Après, le
Halt,
japonais des Delegards, il est
Please
bien.
allow me to finish my own proposition.
Ouais, Bernadette,
The Holy
exactement.
Kingdom of
Bernadette,
Fargus is
c'est
in
mort.
dire need of
Bernadette,
exceptional individuals
je
like
préfère
yourself.
sa
Please,
voix anglaise.
do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless.
Ouais,
really.
aussi, c'est vrai,
I was
c'est vrai,
personally
Brice.
planning to develop a deep and lasting
Ça fait une
friendship on
pierre
our
de
journey
coups.
back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties
Bah
in
moi,
this
my
world.
favorite
So,
house
capable
is Claude.
stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
It seems one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well,
C'est parce que je vais mettre en VIP à peu près tout le monde pour dire que sur sur Genshin Impact on m'embête plus. Parce que sur Genshin j'attire que des bizarres, je sais pas pourquoi.
Understood.
Merde!
Fargus
Mais
is
non,
a
c'est pas
noble
toi que
and
je voulais
distinguished
choisir!
kingdom that has
Dimitri,
always
mais
valued
non, mais
chivalry.
non, je m'en fous, non.
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to
Mince.
head back to the monastery.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
my, they are in such a hurry. You know, each of the three is most unique. Yes, I thought the same. I am so sleepy once
C'est un
again.
automé game en fait. On dirait vraiment un automé game le
I may be
début. Hein.
sleeping,
S'il n'y avait pas de tactique, ça veut vraiment. Mais qui vas-tu choisir à la fin? Je sais pas moi. Ouais, c'est vrai, c'est un peu ça les Fire Emblem.
Part 1. White Clouds. Great Tree Moon. 3 houses. The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree. The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy
Bella
Kingdom
fille
of
est bien là.
Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough.
Ah bah ça pourrait être un animé, hein.
There it is. Garrick Mock Monastery.
Rhea's here.
I wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
Ah, ils peuvent pas s'empêcher après, hein. Il y en a partout, hein. C'est un bonus.
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now, I've never spoken of this to you before, but many years ago, I was a knight here. I reported to the Archbishop.
David is
Lady
trop
Rhea.
fan. Dame Rhea, c'est qui?
As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader of that ridiculously
Bah,
large
techniquement, je vais
religious
essayer de faire tous les Fire
organization is the
Emblem, hein.
Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
Donc,
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Right. Hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place, I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name? A fine name indeed. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy.
en vrai, j'hésite vraiment quelle maison je vais prendre.
Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say,
Edelgard
do
ou
you not?
Claude?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
Bah, le problème, c'est que vous remarquez pas le changement tout de suite. Quand tu prends une maison différente, le début, il est
I
identique,
can't
donc
believe it.
je sais pas.
Forced back into the Knights of
Tu me
Seros.
diras, Nekio, il boucle aussi dans
I'm
sur ses
sorry
jeux.
I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well. Nothing like that. They want you to teach.
Ah, je vais être
by the
prof.
sound of it. You heard those brats earlier
Mmh.
talking about
Eh,
the
je vais être
office of
prof,
the
Uriel.
academy, right? Well, the academy just
T'as
happens to
intérêt à
be
faire
short
tes
a
devoirs.
professor. And
Vilain.
apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
So, you must be the
Je sais
new
pas, Vélaf, c'est
professor.
quoi? Les
My,
boucles à
how
pénibles.
stern and handsome you are.
Vélaf,
No, I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hanneman, a Crest scholar and professor
Toi, tu
at
viens
the
d'Harry
Officers
Potter, toi.
Academy. I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay
Je crois
me
qu'on
a
peut même
visit
recruter
so we
les
can delve
professeurs,
into
hein,
the
si je me
subject
rappelle
further.
bien.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available.
Ouais, toi, t'as
It's
épousé
nice to
Manuela,
meet
ouais, en
you.
Écosse. Ah ouais.
Of course. Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company. Perhaps you've heard of me? The Middle Frank Opera Company is
Mais Delgarde, elle aime
beautiful,
bien les filles.
fearless.
À moins que t'aies joué en
Spare
fille,
our colleague
en
the
Écosse.
needless chatter, Manuela.
Parce que Delgarde, elle aime que les filles.
Now
Hein.
then, it seems
C'est
you'll be
bien.
taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain. The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Bélave.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next emperor, king, and sovereign duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little
Mais toi,
treasures
t'es bien
cause
réveillée,
any
Écosse,
trouble.
là. Il y a Manuela.
Quite. For
Ça
now,
va, là.
I
T'as les yeux
suggest
ouverts.
taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
Ah, ça y est, ça commence.
I have made my decision, Sedith. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Gerald's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Geralt character? Is he not the man who went missing
Dites-vous que
after
les
the
cheveux
Great
verts,
Fire
c'est des
21
nobles.
years
Hein.
ago? I would remind you that Flayn is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Sedith, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir.
Non, même
I
pas.
am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward
Non,
the
non,
church,
c'est pas sa femme,
especially if they are frequenting Garrick Mach.
Uriel.
Yes, that matter is of great importance
Quoique,
as
c'est
well.
peut-être possible, tu
I
me
shall
diras.
continue my investigation.
Non, non, ils
Rhea,
sont...
For now, I will have faith that you are placing your trust
Ils
with
sont
the
quoi?
utmost care. I pray that
Je crois qu'ils
nothing
sont
occurs
cousins.
to shake that confidence.
Son cousin, je crois. Cousin. C'est le Nord. Oh, les temps de chargement, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Bah alors? Ah, cinématique. Je peux voir Claude? Merci. Ça me tue parce qu'on dirait vraiment des personnages de Tobey Game. Mais qui vas-tu épouser? Tellement de personnages. Ah, j'aime bien la blonde, je sais plus comment elle s'appelle. Elle aussi. Les deux là, je les aime bien. Ah, Mercedes, ma chérie. J'aime bien Mercedes aussi, ouais. Oh, ah, j'aime bien aussi le gardien de Dimitri. Pas Dimitri, hein, celui à côté. Dudu. Il est trop bien. Et au pire, on épouse Réa. Au pire. Si vraiment j'arrive pas à choisir, j'épouse Réa.
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers' Academy, correct? To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your
Ouais, mais
new
Uriel,
home.
t'as beau lui expliquer,
That is your
dans sa tête,
first
c'est une
task
voiture. Hein.
here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it. Once you have finished, come and speak with me. May I ask a favor of you?
D'accord, on va discuter avec les 3 maisons. Ok. Ah bah, Edelgard.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresbelk. I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
Ah oui, tu... Ah, bah écoutez.
Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant. Arrogant even.
Ah, tu vois ses
But
stats
there's
et
little
tout.
to be
Eh,
done.
vous avez...
One day
Imaginez
I
dans la
must
vraie
rise
vie,
to
ça
become
fait ça.
Destia's next emperor.
Tu vois les stats
Well,
de Nekos.
Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities. Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable. For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Duke Ire, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That
Ça va te
family
coucher, allez.
is perhaps too pleased with its own
Vas-y,
status.
Furio. Adieu, Furio.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to
Ah
apply
oui, oui,
himself to
lui c'est
tasks
celui
that
qui dort tout le temps.
particularly interest him, and nothing else.
C'est Belaf.
He's also fond of, well, napping. If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire. He's the second son of Count
Il est tout
Verdes.
petit.
He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be
Mais il est
sure to keep
petit,
a
je suis
close eye
désolée,
on
il est
him.
nain. Oh, Bernadette.
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she's shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to class. Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception. She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy. To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Brigid.
J'aime
Petra
bien
is the
avec Petra.
granddaughter of their king. Brigid is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
Dommage, on peut pas l'épouser si t'es une fille. J'aurais bien aimé l'épouser, Petra.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Ah bah.
I ran as fast as I could. Thanks.
Il y a un chat, j'ai vu le chat. Et on peut pas les pattes-pattes, évidemment que non. Putain. Regarde-le. Quelle patate. Bon, on va parler à Dimitri avant.
Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here. Delightful news. I still have much to learn,
Kinji, tu
but I'm
cherches, arrête.
confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the Blue Lions catch your attention? Me? Oh, please forgive me. It's difficult to open up on the spot, don't you think? I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped.
Dudu.
Dudu was born in Dusk
Dudu.
and has been loyally working in my service for the past
Mon
4
placard.
years. He's rather taciturn.
Regardez l'œil est humide,
Once
mon
you get to know
Dudu.
him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man. Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him sometime. He's the adoptive son of
Alors
Lord
lui, je l'ai
Renato of
épousé.
Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner.
Je
He
comprends
has
pas.
an
Pourquoi je t'ai
extremely
épousé, toi?
earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm. Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a skirt chaser, so to speak.
Ah.
Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help.
Ouais, je vois le genre. Par contre, il a les
I hear
meilleures
she was born
waifus,
to imperial nobility,
la
but
maison
a
bleue.
twist of fate
Il a les
brought
3
her to the
filles que j'aime
kingdom.
bien.
She may seem carefree
Mince.
on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her.
Ah ouais, il y a Annette, Ingrid et Mercedes. Mince.
Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student. who
Ah,
scored
mais on peut
extremely
piquer les
high marks
waifus
at the
des
Royal
autres
School of
maisons.
Sorcery.
C'est vrai. Non, bah
She's
c'est bon, je vais les
cheerful and
piquer.
hardworking. Brilliant, really. Though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night.
Oui, oui, tu peux leur demander de changer de maison.
Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
Ouais, j'aime beaucoup Ingrid, oui. Ouais, exactement. Du coup, c'est quoi tes waifus chez toi, Claude?
That's so.
Allez, donne tout ce que t'as, Claude.
Well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as
Ouh,
the
comment
other
il
two.
critique les autres.
Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone? Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious
Oh,
about you as well.
arrête. Arrête,
But
Claude.
what's life without a bit of mystery? Let's just spend the next year or so
Bon, allez, je vais
learning
dans ta
about each
maison.
other
J'aime
little
bien
by
comment
little.
tu me parles. Après, j'espère qu'il dit pas ça juste parce qu'il veut une prof quand même. J'espère pas. Hein.
He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a ladies' man. That said, deep down he's really devoted and honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk
Oh
about his
punaise, la
noble
fabuleuse.
obligations ever again.
Par excellence. Pourquoi t'as mis une rose? Oh, John. Non, j'ai pas envie de savoir. C'est quoi?
He comes from
C'est
a
quoi?
merchant
Vas-y, c'est
family,
quoi?
but his parents died in an accident. Seems like
Mais
he's had a
arrête!
rough life. Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet.
Mais arrête, tu nous prends pour des débiles. Moi, je parle bien. C'est Nécos qui sait pas parler. Non!
His passions are training, eating, and
C'est Nécos le
actually, that's
bébête.
about it. He's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit the business, he's training to become a knight. If you ask
Ah, lui
me,
aussi, je l'ai
doesn't
épousé.
seem like he
ça.
truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents. Lysithia is the daughter of Count Ordelia and is probably the youngest student here. But watch out, she gets
Eh ben,
angry
c'était
if
la...
you treat her like a
C'était le
child.
personnage préféré de
As
Nécos,
for
ça.
me, I do it on purpose. You have to make your own fun in this place.
Et
you
c'est
know?
la plus jeune, il dit, de l'école. Ouais, il dit que c'est la plus jeune de l'école. C'est marrant, ça.
Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak.
Ah non, moi, je vais sûrement épouser Claude. mais je vois ton type de personnage, Nécos. Très bien.
Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess.
Léonie, elle est jolie.
Leonie enrolled
J'aime bien
because she
Léonie.
wants to be a mercenary.
C'est le garçon
I think she
manqué.
said that her father is a hunter. She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come. A habitual saver, too. I think she's hoping to repay her village for helping to send her here.
I appreciate your effort.
Du coup, bah, va falloir choisir la maison. Oh, ça va être dur.
How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students.
Non, non, elle a pas la
I
flemme,
must
Léonie.
note
Hein.
that I am personally
Elle est
against
assez,
entrusting
c'est une
someone as
battante.
lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the Archbishop desires.
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
Oh putain. Après, faut parler statistiques. Claude, il est vraiment bien, mais il y a que lui qui m'intéresse vraiment dans la maison. Edelgard, je dirais qu'il y a 2 personnages qui m'intéressent. Et chez Dimitri, il y en a plus de la moitié. Sauf Dimitri en fait. Il y a que Dimitri qui m'intéresse pas. Mais tous ses élèves m'intéressent. Tu veux Edelgard? Ginji, t'aimes bien Dimitri ou pas? Parce que j'ai pas envie de faire ce que Nekos me demande, ça me fait chier. Ah bah super. Bah parce que, je sais pas, Claude... Parce que j'aime vraiment presque tous les élèves de chez... Je crois que j'aime tous les élèves de chez Dimitri. Ils sont bien, ils ont une bonne histoire. Suis ton cœur. Non, bah je vais prendre Dimitri, je pense. Pour une première route, c'est bien. Parce que Edelgard, c'est vraiment la route... faut la prendre en dernier, Edelgard. Du coup, ouais, je pense partir sur Dimitri. Ouais, mais il y a Claude aussi, j'ai envie de prendre du thé avec. Exactement, Nécos. Je sais pas, Belaf. Entre Dimitri et Claude, tu prends qui, Belaf? Dis pas Claude parce qu'il y a Clodo dedans. Hein. Belaf. Bon allez, je prends Dimitri parce que Belaf il a dit Claude. Allez, c'est parti. Arrête.
So you have chosen the Blue Lions led by Dimitri, correct?
Oui.
Your heart has made its choice then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and
Puis
sincerity.
je me rappelle de la route de
They are
Dimitri.
all promising youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's
Elle est
future
bien.
upon their shoulders.
Claude, je
I
me
hope
rappelle
you
plus par contre.
appreciate what an
Claude,
honor
c'est
it is
grave,
to
je me
lead
rappelle
them.
plus de sa route.
Brother? Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing.
Après, je vous avoue, je viens de me rappeler que Dimitri, il ressemble à un
This
personnage
is
de
our
Genshin
newest
Impact.
professor at the academy.
Oh my! A new
Une
addition
fois
to
qu'il
the
devient,
Officers Academy.
qu'il
I am
grandit,
so
et
very
ça m'a,
pleased to meet you,
ça
Professor. I am Sedith's
a
little
décidé
sister,
sur mon
Flame.
jugement, voilà.
I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of. In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the three houses,
Non, non.
intended to gauge the current progress
C'est
of the
celui qui est dans les
students.
abîmes. Je sais plus son
We
nom,
will be
Taos.
using this
Même qu'il
battle
a
as
un
an
masque.
opportunity to
Il est
ascertain your
blond.
own abilities as
Il est
well.
pas jouable, hein. Mais
Please do not disappoint the Archbishop.
je sais
That
plus
is
son nom.
all.
On le voit dans les abîmes. C'est ça, oui. C'est oui. Oui. Dane Selif, là. Ouais, c'est ça, Taos.
Wait, does this mean our new professor is... No, I really can't believe it! But I was speaking to you so casually, as though we were companions. Oh, I am so sorry, Professor. You just look the same age as the rest of us, and... Oh, and I'm sorry I just said that too. I really must watch my tongue.
Bon, c'est pas tellement du plagiat, mais il y a tellement de personnages qui se ressemblent après. Hein.
You say that,
Plus vous
but
regardez d'animés et de
I just
jeux
don't know
vidéo,
about
et
all of
plus vous
this.
voyez des...
I'll admit, it
Des
doesn't sit
doublons, hein.
well with me either. After all, we wish to show you due respect.
Sure, but if the professor says it's okay, shouldn't that be enough? That is, if your highness can consent to such a thing. After all, we're already speaking this way to our future king, so we may as well relax our speech with our professor too, right?
Well, we're not in the kingdom, so it only goes to follow that we should all speak companionably. I concede. If the professor says it's fine, we ought to accept that kindness gratefully.
As for me, I'm not sure I can manage.
You don't have to force yourself if it's too difficult. You're fine with that too, right, Professor?
Such benevolence is a sight to behold. I don't suppose you would care to join me for
Non,
tea?
non, dégage.
We
Non,
could
non,
discuss
non, non.
education
Non.
and marriage.
Ringabelle, poubelle.
Control yourself, Sylvain. I have more important matters to discuss with our new professor. Come to the training ground later. There, you will show me what you're capable of.
You aren't wasting any time, are you, Felix? As it were, count me in for any such battle.
Pardon me, but I would also love to observe you in battle
Ouais, mais
for
lui, il boit
future
pas...
reference.
lui, il boit du thé éco
If
plus,
that's okay with you.
Ginji.
Ash,
Il boit
I
du
won't
thé en
have you
sachet, là.
speak of merely watching.
C'est pas un vrai.
You should join us as well.
If you get injured, simply say the word and I'll patch you up straight away.
Your Highness, do take
Mais
care
non,
not to go
Iriel.
overboard.
Non.
You worry too much to do. I'll be fine, I promise.
My companions. Is there not something inherently wrong with crossing
Moi aussi, j'en bois,
blades
moi aussi,
as a
j'en
way
bois en
to bond with
sachet.
each other?
Huh. I never thought of it that way. Well, if that's how you feel, I suppose you'll just stay behind while the rest of us are at the training ground?
Ingrid, my dearest friend. You really are too harsh on me.
Well then, Professor, what do you think? As you can see, the Blue Lion House is a lively bunch, but you'll find none who work harder. I'm certain we'll cause our fair share of trouble. But
Ouais,
I'm very
même que
much
quand elle
looking
commence à
forward
se faire
to the
du
year
café,
ahead.
il pleure. Parce qu'il se dit oh, elle boit tellement de la merde. Je suis tellement triste pour elle. Oui, cette scène, elle est trop bien. Par contre, ce qui est bien dans ce Fire Emblem, c'est qu'on va pouvoir vraiment changer les unités. Vraiment, on peut faire ce qu'on veut. Et moi, je vais faire ce que je veux. Dimitri, ce sera ma meilleure danseuse. Dudi aussi, ma danseuse étoile.
Say, while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you. Won't hurt a bit. Promise. You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything, absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while. Crests are a fascinating topic, but before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate. They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess
Mais après, j'ai peur
countless ages ago.
de me tirer une balle dans le pied parce que j'aurai que des danseuses. J'espère que je vais réussir à battre les boss. Hein.
Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional
Bah,
strength,
parfait.
or any number of boons. Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. For now.
Vous pensez que j'ai un emblème?
I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter. As I said, crests are passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well. Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it. That is how a crest usually presents itself, after all. Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here. What is this? A pattern I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected? To think there are still crests
Ouais, ils ont un
out there
délire
that even
héréditaire avec
I
les
am
emblèmes.
unaware of. How
Par contre, c'est
thrilling.
dommage, c'est qu'on voit pas du tout des...
Pardon my unrestrained jubilation.
Comment on les appelait déjà?
I have much
C'était les
to
furies,
consider.
là. Ceux qui se
You may
transforment en
leave
bêtes.
now. I have more
Ça aurait été
research
bien,
to do
ça.
in regard to this crest. Yes,
Des personnages
so
comme ça.
very much more research. But for now, your work
Ouais,
here
les
is done.
lagus.
What could this line
Il y en a pas
here
dans ce
be
jeu, il y en a plus. Ils en mettent
Perhaps it
plus.
represents a lack
Ah
of
ouais, bah oui,
symmetry.
mais carrément. Moi, j'aurais épousé
What in the world? Oh, I
toutes
see.
les armoires, moi.
It may be connected to that, but to a greater degree than usual.
Quand il y a beaucoup de dialogue, mais pas beaucoup d'action, là.
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead.
Ah!
It notes the days on which events and missions will take place.
Ah oui, il faut
that
que je
year.
prépare ma semaine.
Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month and when.
Ah, peut-être, ouais. Ah bah j'ai pas le choix, je dois faire 4 libres. Ok. J'ai entendu la voix d'une jeune fille, mais j'ai dû rêver. Ah, il y a des quêtes. Oh! Eh mais moi je suis une soubrette. Ah ouais, je serais une soubrette. Je serais une soubrette au combat. Exactement, super. La meilleure. Ah oui, il y a... Ok. Je vais devoir pêcher. Provision DLC. Oh. Par contre, je sais plus comment ça va s'activer le DLC. Je crois que ça s'active quand on aura fini le jeu. Je suis pas sûre. Bon. Ah. On peut parler?
These are the students' quarters. To better help you supervise them, you also have a room here. Your room is here at the end. Commoner students also reside on the first floor, while the second is primarily for students of noble birth.
Bon, on va déjà se
As a
concentrer
rule,
sur
we try to
l'histoire. Hein.
avoid discrimination based on social
Et on va
status here,
pêcher, oui, t'inquiète,
but the
Nekos.
nobility can be quite insistent when it comes to matters of propriety. Speaking of, it would be best for you to avoid improper conduct. I expect you to set a good example for the students.
Merci. Dudu.
His Highness has said that he trusts you, and I have no cause for doubt. But if you mistreat him in any way, I will take action.
Non, c'est lui qui est trop grand.
I have a request.
C'est Dudu. Et Dudu, il aime les fleurs. Je vais te faire des fleurs, t'inquiète, mon chéri. Et toi?
I hear there will be a mock battle soon. We must not neglect our training. I trust that you will carefully study the strengths and weaknesses of each of your students.
Je viens
that you may
d'imaginer le
provide
même jeu, mais
effective
version
guidance.
Pokémon.
Regardless of the results, this
Tu peux
battle
prendre
will
le
be
thé
a
avec
great learning
Alisma.
experience. Even so,
Ou
what is
Tarak.
the point of competition if the aim isn't to win? As this is your first time at the
Mon
monastery,
Dieu.
please allow me to show you the ropes. Both students and teachers of the Officers' Academy are free to use the facilities within the monastery. For example, you can dine with others at
Ah
the
oui,
I
là, c'est le
encourage you to-
tuto, hein.
Both students, for example, I encourage
Ouais, on s'en fout du tout.
There
Ouais,
are bo-
blablabla.
there, if you- the bulletin board-
Je découvrirai sur le tard,
It's
t'inquiète.
help-
Attends, j'ai pas fini.
I hear there. I trust that regardless, as this is your professors, students, and
Merci. Claude! Bah, désolé, Claude, je t'ai pas choisi.
Hey, Teach. I hear there's gonna be a mock battle between the houses. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit concerned about facing an elite mercenary like you. Maybe take it easy on us. What do you say?
Attends, j'ai déjà planté des fleurs.
That's so.
Ah, je peux courir vite. Ok. Qu'est-ce que tu veux?
Hey, Professor. If you got spare time, wanna join me for a trip into town? There's an inn
Mais
that
t'imagines
serves the
ton
most
prof?
amazing food.
C'est une
It's
soubrette.
one of my favorite places to eat. You simply must come try it with me. Professor, I've got a small favor to ask.
Je vais peut-être recruter Belaf. Parce que Belaf, c'est un archer, je crois, ou un mage, je sais plus. Mais de toute façon, tu seras une danseuse, Belaf. Donc,
The Great Tree Moon is the best time of the year for naps. I could just forget all about my assignment. Yeah.
il va me trouver du travail. Ouais, on va planter des... Ouais. Attends, non, j'ai...
My thanks.
Voilà. Ensuite...
Hi there. Dear goddess. Goddess, I pray to thee. Please protect us.
Hello there, Professor. Well, I call you that, but I am afraid I am not a student here myself. My brother would not be pleased if he heard you saying such things. The monastery is kind enough to provide a sanctuary for my brother and I. He's the only family I have. Might you help me with a
Qu'est-ce que tu
favor?
veux, toi? Ah, tu veux pêcher. Ok. Ah oui, en fonction du plat, les gens vont être contents de manger avec toi. On va manger entre filles, allez.
Today's dish was so good. Oh, put on. You're too kind. Maybe I'll bake some for you next time, Professor.
Nice. I knew I could count on you.
Alors. Je sais plus comment on pêche par contre. Bah écoute, on est des gros mangeurs ici. Moi j'ai fini de pêcher.
You have helped me so much.
Je crois que j'ai fini toutes les quêtes. Ah oui, et puis je peux me TP aussi, ça c'est cool. On va voir Anna aussi, c'est vrai qu'on a Anna dans ce jeu. Il sera content, Plantio.
What the?
Je crois que j'ai tout fini. Comment ça marche après? Je sais plus. Ah oui. Oui. Ferdinand? Non. Pas de fleurs. Même pas je te souhaite joyeux anniversaire. C'est non. La flemme. Non, ça devrait être simple au début. Hein.
It's finally time for the mock battle.
Ah, c'est une simulation.
I need to put my
Ah.
skills to use. And you, Professor? Excellent. I have high
J'ai
expectations
tellement l'air
for your
crédible en
command.
soubrette quand même.
That said, I've no doubt it will take everything we've got to pull a victory. Our opponents are mighty, that much is certain. But I'm positive we can win.
Hey there. Did we miss our invite to this strategy meeting?
Personne
No,
se
no
pose de
worries.
questions.
We'll
Hein.
just join in now.
Nice try, Claude. But I do not intend to let slip our strategies. Especially when we are up against such strong opponents as you two.
Well now, kind words from His Kingliness. If that's the case, we'd better come up with some clever schemes so as not to disappoint. Right, Princess?
Right. No matter the tactics you devise, we will destroy you. The best you can hope for is to learn a thing or two.
There's nothing wrong with a friendly rivalry, but let's not get carried away.
Ouais, je comprends, tu
A
viens de
rash
dire que
attitude could be your
je suis
undoing,
moche
after
là,
all.
Plantio. D'accord.
Perhaps your time would be better spent preparing instead of worrying about the competition's mindset.
Hey now, if you two were getting this fired up before the battle even starts, it'll make it that much easier for my class to sweep up a win. So please, carry on.
A good point, Claude. I apologize, that wasn't my intention. At any rate, let's vow to make this a productive battle, shall we?
Oh? In that case, I won't hold back.
Si, t'as dit que ma robe de
Oh,
soubrette, elle était moche.
precious. Looks like you and the students
Tu l'as
have
dit,
become
Plantio.
fast
Tu l'as dit avec tes
friends.
yeux.
While I am pleased that you are taking the initiative to acquaint yourself with the students, I'm afraid it's about time for the faculty strategy meeting.
Ah, how time flies. In that case, I'll see you later.
I look forward to assessing your abilities. I hope you don't disappoint.
Non. Pour l'instant, il n'y a rien. Mercedes. Et... Ouais, H, il peut être bien, H. Comme archer... Mais de toute façon, moi, je peux changer les unités, donc... Ok, on part sur ça. Je suis vraiment soubrette. Attendez, j'ai un balai? Mais non, Plante, c'est bon, t'inquiète.
It is about time for the battle to begin. Our victory depends on your leadership. Do not let us down.
Mais non.
I'm sure you already understand, but the house that defeats the other two is declared the winner. Incidentally, I'll be overseeing this mock battle, so listen well if you want to win.
Stay focused.
Ah non, j'ai pas de balai. Ah non, j'ai une épée. Je pensais que j'avais un balai. Oh, dommage.
I'll cut through.
What should I do?
Here goes.
Here we go.
None of yours.
Ok.
Give up.
C'est bien. C'est bien, Juju.
Well,
Allez, allez, allez.
expected.
You make me feel safe.
Luck wasn't with you.
Ok, ok. Ah oui, il y a Edelgard en haut. Ok. Ouais, pourquoi? Bah ça, 2019, c'est pas... On va voir. Bah c'est la Switch en même temps. Ils vont pas faire des trucs HD. Hein. Ils s'adaptent.
Are you really gonna fight two houses at once?
Proceed with caution.
Who's next?
Ok, c'est passé.
Thanks.
Dimitri, it's time. We can.
Very well. I accept your
Ouais,
challenge.
c'est vrai qu'ils sont rivaux ces deux-là.
You as my opponent,
Vas-y,
I
Uriel.
won't hold anything back.
I would expect no less.
Ah ça va, c'est passé, c'est passé. Ouf.
What should I do?
Quite helpful. Slow.
Forced to retreat. Well, things will only get tougher from here on.
Ah, je pensais qu'elle allait faire un commentaire différent vu que c'est... Bah non.
I should be more like you.
On va les bloquer.
Coming up with brilliant schemes I can handle, no problem, but I'm not much for fighting. Go easy on me. You know that was a joke, right? Jeez, not so much as a smile.
I can still serve.
Thank you.
Forgive.
J'ai perdu la prof. Oups.
What's done is done.
J'ai fait de la merde. Oups. Non. Mais ça va, ça signe pas le game over.
Hey.
C'est marrant ça, je pensais que je meurs, ça signe le game over, mais non.
Psst, your princeliness. You got a thing for Edelgard, right? Come on, fess up. You'll feel better.
Claude, please. This is no time for idle banter.
That didn't get to him, huh? What a shame. I'll find a better one.
Alors je sais pas si je vais gagner,
What should I
mais...
do?
You can.
Ça va, puis je pensais perdre plus de monde, mais ça va.
Careful.
The bet.
You never had a chance.
Proceed with caution.
What should I do?
Here we go.
Punaise, c'est Dimitri qui mène la danse. Punaise, mince alors.
Sufficient.
All right, that's that. The winner of this mock battle is the Blue Lion House.
Waouh!
This victory is the result of everyone's hard work. Thank you, my friends.
Ouais, bon, on a perdu
You
la
did well.
soubrette par contre, c'est pas sérieux. Va falloir que je fasse gaffe. Le héros c'est Dimitri, merde, mince alors. C'était pas prévu.
Professor, I've been looking for you. I was hoping we could all share a meal together. It could serve as both a victory celebration and a
Je
post-battle
suis vraiment une
analysis.
prof éco plus.
What do you think? Of course. Why wouldn't you be?
Come now, Professor. We can't very well celebrate without the key to our victory present.
He's right. He really is. We were only able to win because we had your help,
Ah
Professor.
ouais?
Yes.
Mais j'ai pas envie, moi,
Compared with
Nécos.
that board
J'ai
who
pas envie
knows
de toi
nothing
comme,
save
comme
frontal
élève, c'est un
attacks.
cauchemar.
Your tactics were nearly decent.
Felix, you really ought to stop picking fights with His Highness.
Coucou Neko.
Don't worry, Ingrid. I
Parce que tu
encourage
te laves
all
pas.
to speak freely. And I must agree that the
Ça
professor's
doit puer.
tactics were truly extraordinary. I have much to learn.
Oh, sure. But today was exhausting. I'm so hungry I can barely stand.
To be honest, so am I. Let's head to the dining hall. Together.
C'est quoi? C'est Cookie Cookie?
Professor, I'm sorry to intrude, but you don't look too happy for someone who just won. well, I understand how hard it can be to accept joy sometimes. I'm sorry for prying. I know we only just met, so this may be difficult for you, but I'd love nothing more than to share our happiness with you. Joy can be so fleeting, after all. We're all in this together, so I hope you will consent. I'm sure the rest of the class feels the very same. Well, come along, Professor. Let's enjoy the fruits of our labor.
Ah oui, cette musique. Chipi chipi chapa chapa toupi toupi tapa.
Your work with the students was
C'est horrible.
remarkable. I can see
Tu la
Gerald
connais pas,
trained
Genji?
you well. I do hope you were able to use the occasion to bond with the students. I'm so happy to hear it. Nothing would please me more than if you used this coming year to grow closer still.
Of course, the mock battle was mere practice. The real fight is the battle of the Eagle and Lion, which will take place during the Wyvern Moon. You are expected to properly train your students so as not to humiliate the Academy during the long-held tradition that is the coming battle.
As for today, I have called you here to tell you of your mission for the month ahead. Your class is to dispose of some bandits causing trouble nearby.
Those affiliated with Garreg-Mach Monastery have a moral obligation to help those in need, regardless of social standing. Students are no exception. Each month before the newly birthed moon departs, each house of students must complete their assigned mission. You shall work to complete the task at hand alongside your students and report back to the Archbishop before the deadline. Understood? I will soon provide you with the necessary details for your first mission. If I told you now, I expect you would only forget, and I despise repeating myself.
I can sense something special within your heart. I have high hopes for you.
Bandits, they say. Do you recall when we first met? You shall not fall so shamelessly again, correct?
very bad, but okay.
Have you no words for me?
But Neko.
Do not tell me that you are shocked to hear from
Non.
me.
T'es fait avoir, Neko.
You ought to know that I am always with you now. To hear my voice should not come as a shock.
What is this nonsense? All I was told was to kill as many noble pipsqueaks as possible. No one said anything about the Knights of Damn.
Non mais les méchants, arrêtez de les faire moches exprès, c'est pas possible.
Proving yourself worthless, distracted by something so trivial. I had hoped you would achieve your goal despite the setback. But now a child of the Knight's former captain is in play. How interesting.
Hey, this isn't what I agreed to.
Hiring
T'inquiète,
a
Neko.
mercenary as a professor. What was that woman thinking?
Are you listening to me? How do we finish this?
You die.
What?
Underestimating the Knights was an amateur mistake. One you will pay for. The road to eternal torment awaits you all. Now I must locate your replacements.
Wait! Get back here! Damn you!
Part 1. White Clouds. Harpstring Moon. Familiar scenery. In honor of the saints whose births
Ouais,
or
Plancho, t'as
deaths
tout
took
donné
place
là sur la
on this
description
moon,
de la robe.
the people perform music once beloved by those divine beings. Whether by harp, by flute, or voice alone, joyous melodies are shared between farmers as they sow their seeds across the vast plains of Tailteen and Gronder.
La Bible des waifus. Celui qui fait un don, il pue. Il est moche. Et il passera une très mauvaise année. Hmm.
As you have already been notified, your mission is to subdue some bandits. Our students have been learning about combat through study, but this is a precious opportunity to provide them with
Neko,
practical experience.
je crois que tu vas mourir dans,
will
dans
support
une
your mission
minute. Le
and are
temps que
prepared to offer their
Ginji
assistance
comprenne
if
ce que t'as
necessary.
voulu dire, je crois que t'es mort.
In short, this is no mock battle. You must be prepared for anything. You will receive a message from the knights when it is time to depart. Until then, use your time wisely.
This will be our first true battle. I'm looking forward to fighting alongside you, Professor. During the mock battle, your commands were thoughtful and thorough, as was your strategy. With you on our side, I'm confident we will prevail.
Même Belaf, il m'a pas fait ce
Seems we
genre
have
de
some
blague,
time to
c'est
spare
dire. Hein.
before our departure. Let's use this opportunity to prepare as best we can.
Oh non! Neko, c'est quoi là tes emotes? Oh, c'est Belaf.
Oh, I didn't expect that answer. When we were mercenaries, I handled everything. Outside of battle, you didn't have much contact.
Des emotes là, des emotes de je sais pas quoi là.
I thought being thrown into a swarm of noble brats to teach would be a bit much for you. But I guess I had nothing to worry about. By the way, I heard about those bandits. Your first assignment is to take them out, right? That's fairly routine for you by now, but don't forget it's the first real taste of battle for those
Oui,
brats.
t'inquiète.
It'll be tougher to sleep at night if you let one of your
Ouais, bah,
little
Neko,
pupils die. So stay vigilant and lead them well.
Tu baisses dans mon estime là.
I wish I could offer you my support, but Lady Rhea won't allow it. For now, I'll try to figure out what she wants from you. I don't mind you settling into your life here, but don't let your guard down. Ever.
Ah ouais, comment? Parce que je vois pas là. Hein. Ah bah non, le pas de patte, ça marchera pas. Ah, Annette, oui.
Thank you.
Ah, je peux aller dans les abysses. Bah attends, je vais aller dans les abysses. Oui. Une voix de jeune fille.
Professor, hey, do you know how old Captain Gerald is?
That's enough, Leone. If I don't know, how could my child know?
It's not normal to forget your own age, you know. It's kind of worrisome, actually.
By the time you're forgetting your own age,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
past the point of caring.
I guess if you put it that way, you've got a point.
Oh pardon. Ah, c'est
I
toi
have a
Kenzen qui m'a
request.
pas de patte, pardon. Ah bah Anna.
Hello there. Are you that new professor everyone's talking about? Name's Anna.
Poyo.
I'm a merchant who slings wares all across Fodland and beyond. I come in here all the time, so I'm sure our paths will cross more. Hopefully, much more.
Hey there.
No.
Ouais, là-bas c'est le marché, c'est pas important.
So...
Hey!
You there!
A moment, please.
Right.
Would you kindly do something for me?
I've got to find out everyone's likes and dislikes so I know what to cook. Who knows when it'll be my turn at kitchen duty? How about you, Professor? Do you like sweet or spicy food? Ooh, same! I'll definitely remember that.
That said, we have only just arrived at the academy, and we're already being sent out to take care of bandits. It is a noble mission, but one that will likely require battle. In practice, there is little difference between a battle and a war. Even with the support of the Knights of Seros, we must still brace ourselves for the challenge. Do you have any other questions about life at the monastery?
Non,
Or
Plancho,
about
par que
battle?
Nekos c'est un débile.
Just as if you're interested.
Après, il ira pleurer en MP en disant mais non, tu me parles mal. T'es toujours méchante avec moi. Pourquoi t'es toujours gentil avec Ginji alors que moi t'es toujours méchant? Fou.
Hello? I was thinking.
Non, il dit pas Ginji, il dit oh, t'es toujours méchant avec moi.
So...
Alors que moi je suis gentil.
You can't be serious. I need your help. I need your help.
Ouais, je vais nourrir les chats. On va dîner. Genre.
Yay! Thanks.
Bah non mais vous avez vu le screen hier? Je sais pas si tu l'as vu Belaf, tu l'as vu ou pas? Même qui me demande bonne nuit. T'as vu comment il est? Il a 5 ans.
What the...
Right.
Est-ce que je peux me téléporter? Non, c'est pas ça. Ah oui, c'est ça. Ah, j'ai pas encore visité, donc je... Ah, d'accord. Faut que je le visite pour pouvoir me téléporter. Ok. Ah, H.
It's thanks to my adoptive father, Lenato, that a commoner like me is here at the academy. He is the very model of chivalry. Someday, I'm going to be just like him.
What the... Let's see...
Really?
What?
I see. Thank you for paying me a visit. Is there anything troubling you? Or is there perhaps something I can help you with? You seem to be getting along well with the students. I would advise you to be confident in your abilities. The rest will fall into place in time. I can often be found here, so if there is ever anything you need, please do not hesitate to pay me a visit.
What? Hey, you.
Attends, c'est quoi les trucs qui brillent?
Thanks for your help.
I can't believe it.
Ah oui, d'accord, après c'est comme ça, ok. Ah, ok.
Here's an idea. I have a favor to ask.
Inside the cathedral, there is a chapel dedicated to the four saints. Do you know of them? Saint Indec, Saint Macula, Saint Keyhole, and...
Saint Celine. Who is your favorite, Professor?
Now that you are a member of the Church, be sure to familiarize yourself with our teachings and traditions. I have something to ask of you.
Really?
Ah, il y a une quête là-bas.
I was thinking.
Bridget, word of advice, Professor. There
Oh, j'aime
are
bien ta
those
coupe de
who
cheveux.
don't think kindly of such people.
Okay.
A moment, please. Hey!
Professor.
Well done. You have my thanks.
Ok.
You're a lifesaver.
Ah oui, qui va cuisiner avec moi? Bah Tutu. On va cuisiner un steak. Un steak ou... Allez, un steak.
I enjoy cooking. You seem to know what you are doing.
Oh, il adore cuisiner. Dis donc. C'est un homme à marier, ça.
What the? Hey there.
Comment je cours vite?
See.
Hey, you.
Oh non, toi tu cuisines des gnocchis et des saucisses. Non, ça ira. Toi, ta cuisine, elle doit être dégueulasse.
My savior, thank you.
Normalement, j'ai fini. Ah, j'ai pas été pêché. Je vais aller pêcher. Bah, j'ai pas 5 ans en Écosse, donc moi, manger des gnocchis tous les jours, peut-être pas. Non, c'est vrai, je sais qu'ils regardent pas le stream en Écosse. Ah, j'ai bien pêché. Maintenant, qu'est-ce que je vais faire? Je peux pas encore prendre le thé avec eux? J'irai pas.
What the?
Non, Écosse, parce que tu t'en fous. J'ai pas envie. Parce que je peux prendre le thé avec eux. Non, tu vas pas. Bah écoutez, on va manger. Bon, tiens, on va manger avec Belaf. Quoique, il est bien aussi, lui. C'est une diva. Il est horrible. Bon, allez, Belaf.
I like this.
This is my favorite. I am rather happy you went out of your way to pick it, Professor.
J'ai rien raté. On dirait pas.
If you don't yet know the proper procedure for lectures, I will tell you all that I know, assuming that...
Eh, c'est moi la prof, donc tais-toi. Du coup. Alors, tu seras une danseuse. Oh, il peut pas l'être encore, mais non. Bon. Ouais. Toi, tu seras un mage, ouais. Voilà, toi, ça sera ça. Dimitri, tu seras toi aussi. Voilà. T'as la foi et t'as l'autorité. Je vais faire n'importe quoi avec mon équipe. Tu seras... aérien et... mêlée. Toi, tu seras un gros dur à cuire. Toi, tu seras... bah, ça va être toi. Tu seras rien.
I have a question.
Je dois tellement réfléchir pendant les cours que j'en sors affamée. Mais si je mange juste avant, je m'assoupis. Apportez un encas. Si vous avez envie de dormir, alors dormez.
What a wonderful idea! There are so many. Is it possible to finish in a single day?
I'm not sure, but even if we don't finish, it probably won't be much of a problem.
Same old Mercy. Well, let's do this.
We finished our work, Professor. Apologies for taking so long.
Sorry, we got carried away
Bon,
chatting during our
Keneshi,
break.
faut arrêter ce genre de commentaires, ça va me saouler très vite. T'arrêtes.
Each new experience is an asset.
I've deepened my understanding.
I'm a natural.
Raphaël, c'est qui déjà? Je sais plus. Dans le doute, non.
Do you have experience commanding a battalion, Professor? I assume so, but if not, I'm happy to explain.
Ah merde.
What should I do?
I'll cut through.
I'm on it.
Here we go.
I'll give it my all.
Stay focused.
Here goes.
Ready.
I'll go.
Bah oui, mais Keneshi, tu viens, tu me dis toujours ça. Dis-moi autre chose pour changer, non?
Luck wasn't with you.
Sinon, je vais finir par croire que j'ai que des râleurs sur mon chat. Ah, parce que c'est une bonne nouvelle, ça? C'est une bonne nouvelle, Bella?
Is that all?
Never doubted you.
Mon Dieu.
Should I have held back? Another step.
Nekos, t'as envie que je sorte la connerie que t'as fait hier ou ça va aller? Sinon, je le fais, hein.
Careful, please. You're out of luck.
C'est ça, tu fais bien.
hard to lose.
The better to serve His Highness.
You're a big help.
Ouais, je sais pas ce qu'ils ont, mais si ça continue, je vais ban Keneshi et Nekos avec.
I'm on it.
Mhm. Attendez.
That was tough.
Il y a trop de monde. Ah? Ouais, non. Ah non, ils m'ont bloqué.
That is that.
It seems...
Over already.
I must steel myself. I'll...
Je pense que je vais bouffer Keneshi, je crois. Je crois que je vais le bouffer. Je pense ça. Avec un peu de beurre, une pincée de sel. Et je crois que je vais te bouffer.
Sufficient.
Ça a tenu quand même, hein.
I'll do my best.
You weren't ready.
Had to be done.
I'll do my best.
choice.
A threat eliminated.
The fight continues. I'm start.
Ah, j'ai augmenté tout le monde sauf Félix. C'est con. J'ai quoi? J'ai qu'un archer aussi, j'en mets un deuxième. Mais je crois que Bella fait archer. Je crois que c'est un archer. Au pire, je le mettrai archer, Bella. Ça marche pas, Kenichi. Mais ça marche pas. Ah, c'est mieux de faire manuellement qu'auto. Bah tiens. Ok. Bah, vas-y, Annette.
Yes!
Fête de Saint-Macuil. Aujourd'hui, un récital. Vas-y, on y va. De quoi les points de chaîne? Quel point de chaîne? Ça dépend.
It's hard to sneak out when the
Oh,
professor's
tu peux faire...
watching.
Oui, tu peux faire le café, oui. Vas-y. Mais il est quelle heure, là? Parce que moi, je fais pas gaffe. Ouais, minuit 38, ouais. Bah attends, va te coucher, Nekas. Demain, tu te lèves.
We finished our work, Professor. Apologies for taking so long.
Tu vois,
Sorry,
Keneshi,
we,
je
got
t'avais
carried
comparé
away
à
chatting
Virgile,
during our
mais je
break.
retire ce que j'ai dit. Virgile, il était plus mignon quand même, hein. Il était plus gentil, hein. Toi, t'as le côté mignon mais chiant de Darky, en fait. T'es comme Darky. Tu me fatigues. Je sais pas si je vais tenir, hein. Non. Bah,
It's all coming together.
ça dépend.
It's in my grasp.
I've got it.
I'm really getting the hang of this.
I'm starting.
Certains alliés peuvent passer l'examen de novice. Ah! Ah! Ah, c'est les examens. Ok. Ouais. Ah, ça peut être que des novices. Ça y est. Ça y est, Décasse. Il est... Il a abandonné son mode Little, là. Ça y est. Belaf. Oh, tu l'as pas eu, espèce de naze.
Work harder.
Non, c'est vrai qu'il a raison. Non, non, il a raison. C'est juste que ça m'étonne de lui. Attends, quoi? Le personnage collectionné pour diriger un séminaire transmet ses connaissances. Ah!
Thank you so much.
Professor, I just got word from the Knights that the last of the thieves have been cornered.
Just as planned. They're in Xanadu, the Red Canyon.
Nicholas, va
We
te
certainly
coucher.
can't allow those underhanded thieves to get away. Let's work together and do our best to take them down.
It matters not who we're up against. They will not harm His Highness.
We're just fighting common thieves, right? I don't expect much of a challenge.
Aren't you a spoil sport? I'm actually quite excited myself. Who knows? There may even be some cute lady thieves.
Oh non, putain.
Well, at any rate, a real battle is a great opportunity for us to see how far we've come.
Belaf.
True. The mock battle was a success. We'll be fine so long as we stay the course.
Perhaps we are a bit overly excited, but remember that we have the Knights on our side. All should be well. Ah, and speaking of the Knights, I heard that Gerald is once again one of the Knights of Seros. Perhaps we'll have the good fortune of seeing you two fight side by side. Oh, of course. I apologize for letting my childish whims get the better of me. In all honesty, I'm a bit jealous. My parents are no longer around. They died. Both of them. I'm all that remains of them now. Anyhow, I'm sorry to bore you with such things. I'd say it's nearly time for us to depart, eh, Professor?
Allez, Dimitri, tu passes ton examen. Allez. C'est bien. Normalement, il doit pas du tout être moine. Hein. Vraiment, je vais donner les pires... les pires classes. Bon, super. Du coup... Ah, y a pas de tome, ok. Tant mieux, Belaf. Bon bah, je fais ça et après dodo. Après, c'est Nekio. Bah déjà, putain. Genji. Genji. Nekos, il doit se lever à 5 heures, Genji. Qu'est-ce que je dois faire pour qu'il aille se coucher? Qu'est-ce que je dois faire, Genji? Ouais. À 5 heures du mat.
So, we are taking children into battle, are we? I'm not certain I will be able to sleep soundly after beholding something like that.
On va l'assommer. Faut qu'on l'assomme, Genji, on n'a pas le choix. Tu peux le ban. Mais ça, il va pas dormir, même si je le ban, il dormira pas. C'est mort. Ça s'appelle Fire Emblem. Genji.
The Red Canyon. This is the first time I have ever been here. It's like walking through a ruin. Let's get this battle out of the way, Professor. The thieves must have already been driven back.
The Knights chased us all the way here?
Chief, let's get out of here. There's no way we can win against them.
Shut your dumb mouth! Where would we go at this point? You can't be a thief if you fear death!
According to our information, there is a back road to the west. Let's split up and
Bah oui,
approach
mais
from the west
demain,
and the front.
on joue tous ensemble.
If
Est-ce
we
qu'il va
advance
être...
cleverly,
Ah,
we attack from both sides and gain the advantage.
il sera tellement
I'll leave
fatigué,
the
il
rest
pourra
to
pas
you, Professor.
venir.
But before all else, we'll need to cross the bridge.
Stay focused.
Ready. I'll give it my all.
What should I do?
I'll cut through.
Here goes.
I'm on it.
Here we go.
I'll go.
Thank goodness. I did it!
Ah, je peux pas donner d'ordre pour qu'ils me suivent tous? On dirait pas. Dis-moi tout, Nécos. Il en peut plus là. Mais c'est parce qu'on pense à ta santé, Nécos. Hein. C'est surtout ça. Bah ouais, mais bon, tu seras fatigué.
That was tough. If I'd hesitate.
You fought well.
Ah oui, c'est la première fois qu'il tue, je crois.
It's in my grasp. Still.
Quoi? Mais qu'est-ce qui se passe? Uriel!
We stole this treasure.
Non! C'est pas lui! KDJ, c'est Virgile. C'est pas lui. Il y a quelqu'un qui m'a embêté hier sur Genshin Impact. Non, c'était parfait, Uriel. Franchement, change rien.
Too easy. Finished already?
That's how it goes.
C'est qui a eu la clé A? C'est Félix.
Is that all? I know they are just...
Va chercher la clé, toi. Bah, je pense que la personne a fait exprès, elle a vu qu'il y avait personne. Elle a dit, vas-y, je vais... C'est le moment.
I will.
Mais t'inquiète, Kelechi, t'as vu, on est... Au moins, tu t'ennuieras pas avec nous.
That is that.
Entre Nécos Pipi, Belaf qui comprend rien, Uriel qui s'énerve, et Ginji qui essaye de prendre sur lui. Support. Avoue quand même, t'as pas l'impression de gérer une garderie.
The fight continues. I'm starting.
Ça va, y a pas d'Arky. Il manquait plus que d'Arky là. Et c'était salade tomate oignon, mais ça va. Il est pas là.
I aim for greatness. I can't relax here.
Careful, please.
Luck wasn't with you.
Ouais, je vais te soigner.
I'm on it.
Eh, Nekas, commence pas. Au moins Uriel il réagit lui quand il y a un souci. Toi tu dis rien. Toi tu plaisantes même avec celui qui m'embête. Voilà. Mais c'est pas fait exprès. Il a pas fait exprès, hein, je précise. Il a pas fait exprès. Mais il a pas tilté que la personne, elle m'embêtait et du coup il plaisantait avec. Du coup voilà. Un peu concon l'Écosse.
Stay vigilant.
Bah non, je grossis pas les traits. Bah non, sérieusement, la personne elle m'embêtait. Elle disait ouais, en plus t'es pas sympa avec moi. Et toi t'as renchéré en disant ouais, c'est vrai qu'elle l'est pas. Alors que j'avais des raisons de pas l'être avec lui. Bah c'est vrai.
Let's keep our guard up. I hope the god.
Il l'a dit ça? Ah bon? Je crois pas. Oui, c'est toi, Kennedy.
You're out of luck.
Whoops. I had to do it.
Proceed with caution. What should I do?
I should have never listened to that idiot.
Bien joué, Dudu.
We have defeated the thieves. We'll follow the knight's instructions for what to do next. You led us well, Professor.
Depuis quand l'appelle-t-on le Canyon Rouge?
I wonder why it is that you recall this place. You must be weak of heart. Each time I speak, it scares you so.
Pardon.
Although the battle's at an end, do not feel too at ease. Well, anyhow, I am quite fascinated by this place. As far as I can tell, this is your first time here.
Êtes-vous déjà venu ici?
Here? I dare say it would be impossible to have forgotten such a place as this. I must admit I am unsure. Beyond the name and the strange feeling of familiarity, I can't seem to remember anything about this place. And yet, a great depth of emotions tied to that sense of familiarity.
Ouais, on a hâte aussi qu'il est chez de trop voir.
Pain and
Bonne
love,
nuit.
and all things in between. If I was somehow here before, I wonder what took place.
Nikos.
Professor, we should return to the
C'est pas
monastery
lui qui
soon.
m'embêtait. Hein.
We're all ready for the journey.
It is time to depart. But know that time reveals all things. One day I will remember that which I have lost. Oh, by the way, it seems you've earned my gratitude. The thieves who came here are no more.
Oh, Belaf.
I am not sure myself, yet I am grateful all the same. In any case, you must become accustomed to my voice. If you fall down with shock each time I speak, that just won't do. Oh, you think you're standing strong? Of course you are. It was a jest.
Mais arrête, Belaf. Mais laisse Uriel. T'as même pas fait ton boulot de modo, toi.
We're finally back. I'll leave the report to Lady Rhea in your hands, Professor. Huh. Edelgard. Does the Black Eagle House have a mission to see to? Remember, on a real battlefield, one can never tell what's to come. You can never dismiss the possibility of the worst-case scenario. Take care, Edelgard.
There's no need to state the obvious, Dimitri. But tell me, why the concern?
Mais non, les
Perhaps you
écoute pas,
doubt my
Uriel.
abilities? If so, your lack of insight is disappointing.
C'est des modos, ils sont même pas
That's
capables d'être
not what
modos.
I meant.
T'imagines?
If I've offended you, I hope you'll accept my apology.
Don't worry about it. Professor, we must hurry. Everyone's waiting on you.
I
I suppose I should be off too. Try not to let her get to you, Dimitri. I promise you,
Je
there's no need
m'attiendrai.
for concern.
I'll tell you all about it. Some other time.
So you have safely disposed of those bandits. I pray
Keneshi,
that their
va
souls
te
find
coucher.
salvation.
Merde, va
But why
dormir.
did they
Allez.
target the students to begin with? We must further investigate the true cause of all that took place. Until we know more, I ask that you support the students and relieve them of any unnecessary worry. Good. I have high expectations for you. By the way, how was your time in Xanadu? Legend has it, in ancient times, a goddess alighted upon this world
Tu
in
trouvais
that
ton
very
thé dans tes
canyon.
rêves.
For a goddess from the heavens, Xanadu could
Gigi.
only have been a temporary haven. Long ago, the divine Seros received a revelation from the goddess, a gift to help guide the lost. The goddess is always watching over Fodlan from her kingdom above. However, in ancient times, the goddess graced this world with her presence and offered salvation to the people here. She is the mother of all life, the arbiter of every soul. I see.
Oh, elle a l'air triste.
During your time here, I pray that you come to devote yourself to the teachings of Seros.
Lady Rhea, I am sorry to interrupt. There is something I must ask about in regard to those bandits.
As you wish. We shall continue our discussion when next we meet.
Minekos, en fait, tu dois dormir en cours. Tu dois dormir pendant ton stage. C'est pas possible.
I have no memory at all. Oh, how bothersome. It is as though I know, and yet I don't. Perhaps Xanadu was my home back when the goddess walked the land. If so, what does that make me now? A ghost?
Oui, bien sûr, Bella.
No, that cannot be. I am most certainly alive. Of course, we also have the mystery of why I'm here with you. Is it somehow connected? Perhaps some past regret is stopping me from moving on, and now I'm forced to stay with you instead.
Ah, mais si, on peut épouser
No,
Sotis.
that's
Si,
not
si,
it.
on peut l'épouser, Bella. Je me
Live in
rappelle.
such a
Si,
meaningless
si.
existence.
Mais c'est plutôt une métaphore pour dire que tu t'aimes toi-même, tu sais. Tu... T'as vraiment confiance en toi.
Part 1. White clouds. Garland moon.
J'aimerais bien que ça s'arrête quand
Beauty
je fais
in the mist.
les batailles.
When the warm winds blow from the sea to the south
Je sais
of
pas qui je vais
Adrestia,
épouser, j'en sais rien.
residents of Fodlan know that the rainy season is upon them. Before the heavy rains take their toll, young women hurry to pick the last of the white roses. The ivory buds are woven into garlands and given as gifts to close friends or potential lovers.
Bah non, Claude, bah non, je peux pas l'épouser. Faut choisir sa maison pour pouvoir l'épouser. Là, je peux épouser Dimitri par contre. Il y a un événement? Quoi?
Professor, I have a new mission for your students.
We have received reports that Lord Lonato has rallied troops against the Holy Church of Seros.
Ah.
Lord Lonato is a minor lord of the kingdom. He's been showing hostility toward the church for some time now.
A vanguard unit from the Knights of Seros is already on its way to his stronghold, Castle Gaspar. Lord Lonato's army is nothing compared to the Knights. It is quite possible the rebellion has already been
Rhea, c'est carrément possible, Nikos. Rhea, c'est tant que tu choisis pas Edelgard que tu peux l'épouser. Et encore, si tu peux l'épouser.
War zones are unpredictable.
Faut vraiment être à fond sur elle. Bah quoi?
Excuse me. You sent for me, Lady Rhea?
This is Catherine. She will be leading the Knights.
Ah oui, c'est vrai. Ah si, t'as raison. Ouais, je crois que c'est ça. Ah bah ouais.
If you need anything, just ask.
Elle est très jolie, elle aussi. Putain, je t'avais oublié, Catherine.
That is no small feat. Only an exceptional few.
Mais on peut
have
pas
what it takes to
l'épouser.
join the Knights of Seros.
C'est nul.
This mission should prove useful in demonstrating to the students how foolish it would be to ever turn their blades on the church.
Bon, ils auraient dû donner la possibilité d'épouser tout le monde en vrai. L'anniversaire de qui? Sylvain? C'est qui Sylvain? Je sais pas. On fera les dialogues une prochaine fois. Du coup, je sauvegarde ici. Mais je me rappelle plus. Est-ce qu'on peut faire une bataille et après aller en quartier libre? Ou tu peux choisir que l'un des trois? Je sais plus. Donc là, par exemple, si je fais quartier libre, bah, de toute façon, je vais faire quartier libre dans tous les cas parce qu'il y a beaucoup de... Ouais, bon, non. J'aurais pas dû t'écouter. Ah! Elle est là. Ok. Mais de toute façon, j'allais faire quartier libre, il y avait beaucoup de choix, donc c'est parfait. Voilà, j'ai sauvegardé, on y va. Eh ben, quelle soirée. Je suis lessivée. J'ai l'impression d'avoir géré une garderie. Mon dieu, c'était beaucoup trop. Bah, Yanekyo. Bah merci à toi, Ginzy. Non, j'ai streamé autant d'heures, je crois. Il y a 1h du matin. J'ai un peu poussé, là. Bah ouais, bonne nuit tout le monde. Bonne nuit, Nekos. Bonne nuit, Belaf. 3 heures de stream. Ah oui, bah oui, j'ai commencé à 22h, ouais. C'est vrai. Mais c'est pas grave, je rattraperai ça mercredi. Allez.